Okay, so here's another piece of documentation. This is another version. I was thinking I didn't quite like the last one. It felt too big. It felt like it didn't have enough verticality in the space. So I made this new version. And this is the old version here, like that. So the spawn is here, or is over here, a large area here, and then a long bridge to get to this area. And there's elements of this I like, but there's also elements that I don't like. I didn't like how flat everything was. So my goal was to make it a bit smaller. I wanted the area to be, smaller. I wanted it to be more manageable, more compact, but interesting. So as you can see, I've taken the top. These areas probably won't exist. I've taken this area and I've brought it a bit closer, eliminated the ridge, and now I'm kind of examining what this feels like. I thought, wow, it would look really great, impressive, and this also matches early sketches that I had. However, I'm now just experiencing it for the first time, and once again, it feels massive, and I'm not sure if it feels good massive or if it feels bad massive. It actually feels like it's a bit out of scale, I would say. I like the idea of being kind of starting out and having a beautiful view, like a vista that you would kind of look down into a courtyard area, not this courtyard, but this like oculus, this forum. But even with sprinting on, it does feel too big. One of the things I also wanted to do was to experiment with having grass and stone interact, which I kind of like. I do kind of like it. I think it makes the space feel more organic and everything. But I want the flowers to be better. If we're gonna have flowers be that close to the viewer in such a prominent spot, then they should look really great. And these look pretty flat. But yeah, I gotta say that I actually feel like I like this less. I mean, besides the fact that there are all sorts of baking errors and stuff like that, the space still feels even bigger than it did before, despite the fact that I tried to make it more compact. And it does, it feels cluttered. I think that another comment I got was that there's just so much of this concrete material that even though the designs are interesting, there's too much going on. So I've got lots of ideas on how to fix it. Let me show one thing. You can climb up things that are non-vertical. I do like this. This is always what I've liked though. I like being able to jump from these columns. So it gives me, I'm kind of excited this idea that you could, that you start out higher, like maybe even you start out that high, and you have a view. Can I climb this? Oh my god, I can. Yeah. Nope. No, I can't climb that one. You start out higher, you have a great vista, and then there's all these different paths that you can take from that starting point. So maybe I will have a platform that's more like here, on a second level or a third level, with a great view down into there for the beginning, and then lots of places you can jump and fly through. That's the idea, at least. Yeah. A little bit bummed out that that I'm not as happy with this version as the last one, but I think that's also just part of what happens when you get closer to something and you start making final decisions. Is you start getting more critical, I would say. You get more critical as it gets closer because it's less sketchy, it's more filled out. So I'm just gonna do this. Oh, that's right. So that's the kind of secret I want to have. These things where it's like you can't get somewhere, but you can if you have the right jumping technique. This is the old part of some of the older areas. I like this view. We're starting to get into like the density that I like, which is like, verticals of different heights, sparse. I feel like the medium-sized columns, there could be about half as many of those. Maybe I'll have things be destroyed. And I like, details like this. Like, It's an interesting shape and texture and all that. Here are some new double-sided plants that were given to me. The shader was given to me by a guy named Faraz from the Discord server, so I really appreciate that. These guys don't look that good. It's the real-time shadows I'd like to take off. So I'm actually also kind of into this gap. This was not intentional. I mean, obviously, it's intentional to a degree, which I knew I was exporting it, but I didn't think I would actually really care that much to have. I didn't even think about gaps like this. But it reminds me of a canal, and it reminds me of these vistas that you can get where it's like, this could expose another below level layer. And one thing I do like about this too is that I was talking with my girlfriend Alana earlier today. We were talking about how the upper world could be like a world of light, and the other underworld could be like a world of darkness. And that this could be a view down into kind of a blackness with like potentially some interesting color stuff going on. So I'm gonna play with that idea soon. Now I'm gonna see if I can make it back. Oh, nope, can't make it back. There's one more way you can make it across this gap. If you hit this sphere just right. Oh, that didn't work. I wonder if it gets boring watching me try to do these jumps. That I seem to do. Oh! I made it once before and it was so satisfying. I can't wait to add more things like that. More like little spots. I like these curved pathways. I think they should be intersecting with these, they should be going through these holes, and like there should be interesting lighting things, and there are just a few vistas. I want people to be able to get up onto this guy, and then you can't get up on there though. Maybe if you hit these angles right. Seems like it wants to get up there, but also doesn't. Nah. Yeah, I love the floating. Those things actually might even be animated, and that would be cool. I could animate them rotating or something. You could get on top of those and just like walk all the way out there. Yeah. I think also I'm not sure about how open everything is. It just feels really, I think it's just the combination of everything being really big and sparse. But if we look at my, let's see, I'm sitting at 127,000 polygons, which honestly probably has to do, there's probably something in here that's subdivided that shouldn't be. Like it's maybe like these guys or something. If I were to look in wireframe mode with X-ray on, there's obviously lots of polygons here that aren't needed. And this piece of geometry in there, that's a new one. Yeah, that's probably that. That's a big one there. Oh, and we also have some crazy, that's not too bad. It's not the best, but yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. This is, we got five days and 5 hours left or something like that. And I still have a lot to do. I haven't even figured out what to do with the canvases or with the artifacts yet. But I'm still changing things, and I do like that. I like being in a mindset where I am still willing to change things, and I'm not like feeling super afraid of making changes because it's so late, because that can definitely happen. This is kind of interesting. Like, do I really want people to be able to hang out here, or does it look kind of tacky? Oh yeah. Oh, this is a new spot. Oh, sick. Look at that. That's sick. See, that's the kind of, I mean, not that I want people to walk up columns necessarily, but that's the kind of like crazy, like getting to vistas secretly, I think really makes me feel cool. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know if I want people to be able to do that, to go like, and what I'd have to do is I'd have to like modify the colliders. Right now it's just using the mesh as a collider, and if the wall is not vertical, then you can do that. I might even be able to like jump over there because that wall is not vertical and climb that. Oh my god, this would be crazy. Oh, smashing. Oh, look at this. Ooh, I like those shadows right there. I want more of that. I want more shadows of foliage hanging out everywhere. Yeah. Oh. I should stop now. Okay, that concludes those thoughts. I'll probably have another update later today.